Hi, and welcome to our how-to video on tanning the back side of your hands. We've all done a great job of wearing disposable gloves so that we don't get brown palms, but now we still want to get color on the tops of our hands so that everything matches. What I found is when I use disposable gloves, it leaves a little bit of a powder residue. So we want to get that powder residue off of the hands before we apply the self-tanner. I find that if I just take a washcloth that is dampened, that's the easiest way. That way I'm not turning on a faucet, introducing water, because sometimes I've been known to turn on the faucet and the water has sprayed, and there goes the beautiful self-tan application. What I'll do is I'll always check and see if I have any dry areas. Sometimes my cuticles tend to be very dry, as well as the areas near my thumbs. So you can take some regular body lotion and apply a light amount to your cuticles, working them in, protecting your nail polish as well if you've got a nice manicure. Going into the area near your thumb. I'll also take the residue and run it over my knuckles. This also tends to be a very dry area, so we want the body to absorb the body lotion versus tons of self-tanner. You're then going to take approximately a dime size or less of the self-tanner, and you're going to apply it to the back of one side of your hands. With the other hand, you're going to put the back side of that together, and you're going to work it into your skin in nice big round movements, flipping over so you get to see the palms, making sure the application goes in as smooth as possible. Now, it's important that we get into the webs of our fingers. These areas, when you open up your hands, we don't want bright white webs. So you're going to take the pinky side of your opposite hand of what you're going to use, and you're going to basically drag product from your top of your hands down into the webs of your fingers, nice and slow. What that also does is it's going to actually tan this side of the hand as well, which tends to be pretty white. So don't be afraid to run it all the way down if you want. Okay, we're going to switch hands, the pinky side, moving from the top of your hands into the white webs of your fingers. I then like to make sure that we have not forgotten this area as well. So I'll put my hands together and rub from side to side. I'll then also do it in between my thumbs, just making sure. What I'll sometimes do is I don't want very dark fingers, so what I'll do is I will take my fingers and gently rub over the tops of my hands, actually moving into my arms as well, and I'm basically just picking up residue. That way I've got a nice even feathering of color into my fingers, and we're not applying tons of self-tanner to the fingers and making them look too dark. That just doesn't look natural. I always feel it's best to have a nice light feathering of color moving out to your extremities versus putting tons of color on there. And you just want to make sure that everything is even and you've got a nice application of the product on your hands. And that's how I do my hands. Nice and easy. You don't have to worry about product now on the palms of your hands, so you don't have to wash your hands again. If you do have a little bit of residue that you want to get off from the lotion, once again, you can just take your washcloth and wipe the residue off on the inside of your hands, and you're all set.